Hello, I'm Robbie Fowler and you're watching Redmen TV.
Yeah, hello, welcome to the Redmen TV. On an evening that saw Jamie Carragher bow out victorious as Liverpool defeated Happy Ali's QPR at Anfield by 1-0. We've had a flood of congratulatory messages for JC and a few actually about the match as well. So let's start with one that's a little bit Carra centric. Phil Ford says, when Carra went off and the QPR players clapped in unison, I teared up like a motherfucker. Yeah, that said it all. It did. Yeah, it was emotional to say the very least. Danny Romero says Coutinho is a magician. Want to see more of Suso. Hope we keep him. Thank you, Carragher. 23, LFC legend. You'll never walk alone. He is indeed, without a shadow of that. It's weird because we were talking about this, Chris and I, going down to the game, and how the term legend gets bandied around a bit more. In fact, me and Dave can remember saying it as well, is that sometimes, you know, some players just have to have played for Liverpool, like basically in the 60s, 70s and 80s, they go legend sorted. But Jamie Carragher is a genuine Liverpool legend. I mean, the fact that he's played more European games than anyone, and a club that's sort of success is founded on just being dominant in Europe, for a player of him a player like Jamie Carragher to have played more games is, I mean, speaks volumes. Certain circumstances notwithstanding, like, but just a magnificent servant to the club. We just talked about it at length. We talked about it on the subscriber show last week, and we'll probably, there's no way we're going to get through an hour discussing this match on this week's subscriber show part 1 without discussing Carragher. So if you want to do a bit more, by all means tune in for that. One thing I will point out about the tearing up, as mentioned by Phil Ford first, I have never come so close to tears seeing a man hit a post in a game of football in my life. Oh my god. Chris had the season ticket in the Cop, so I was up in the upper centenary because my dad unfortunately had a cruise. I was sat there. I was literally head and hands for a few minutes afterwards because I've been thinking all game, wouldn't it be great if Jamie Carragher just had one of those speculative efforts and it flies in the top bin? And I thought, don't be fucking daft, because Jamie Carragher is the kind of player who that doesn't happen to. He's the kind of player who would have a speculative effort and put it in Rose's head, because it just, you know, for the phenomenal career as he's had, he's just not that kind of player. Steven Gerrard is the kind of player who on his last game in front of the Cop will score a 40-yard belter into the top bin, because that's the player Steven Gerrard is. It didn't seem like Jamie Carragher had it in him, and he fucking strikes the shot, and it's the best he's ever hit a football in his entire life, let alone his footballing career. And oh my god, Rob Green, hands down beaten, and it just looks like it's sailing into the top bin, and then fucking denied. Absolutely devastating. Oh my word. There are no words. I felt so sorry for him, and it's such a well, what can you say? I mean, the thing we've got to do, Jamie Carragher got a clean sheet on his last game in front of the Cop, which probably means as much to him as anything, like, but anyway, Masiek Zajak says 2 things. Keymaster Coutinho, whom the next season's team should be built around, and Carra, the most disappointing farewell in LFC history. He clapped for a few seconds, then went off. Nice. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know, obviously I've been at the game, so I've not seen any of the television coverage. I don't know where people have watched this, and presumably on streams or on foreign satellites. Jamie Carragher basically did a one-man lap of honour at the end of the game. Now, at the end of every home game, the last home game of every season, if you're not aware of this, the whole team, the whole squad, and all of the kids as well go out on the pitch and they do a lap of honour and they clap the whole of Anfield, the vast majority of whom stay behind for 10-20 minutes after the match. But Jamie Carragher basically led it this time round, got a standing ovation of everyone there, went in, signed shirts to people in the crowd, took a banner off these lads who I've seen a picture of, apparently got off the team bus last week to pose for a picture with these lads with this Carra banner. They give it to him. They were in the crowd and they handed it and he took it off and he gave everyone a cheer. So no, Jamie Carragher. I even did a farewell speech. In fact, if you've not seen the farewell speech, we managed to record it from miles away, but you can hear the audio. We're going to put that up on the YouTube channel, so go to youtube.com/The Redmen TV. I'll put an annotation somewhere in here and you'll be able to hear it. I man a few words, but it was short and sweet, so do check that out. So yeah, so Masiek, you probably just didn't see it, I mean, but no, a very, very suited and fitting send-off for a man of his stature. One thing, oh yeah, well let's have a comment from Armin Capri Dehestani. Says great pass and move play from the team, solid in the back, of course. Carra was unbelievable today, and that shot, wow, what a screamer, yes. Otherwise, a great goal from our keymaster Coutinho, keymaster. Keep it coming. Really looking forward to next season. Yeah, I think that's it. It felt very much like, although there are still players who've been there for years, and Gerrard being the most obvious example, it did feel very much like a sort of like an end of an era. And I for one, am really excited. I should be really panicky not having Jamie Carragher around, but it was interesting. We're going to come on to talk about this on the subscriber show, but there was a chance of one more year, like one more year, which was boss, but it was interesting that it wasn't resounding. And although it was the cop was singing it on a lot of the Anfield Road, for me it felt like it was great and it was a nice gesture, but I think there's a lot of acceptance there, not just because clearly he signed a contract with Sky, but also that, you know, he gets to bow out like that, and I think that's fantastic. And he said, you know, he's frustrated when he sits on the stand or on the bench, and we know we're going to buy at least 8 centre-half, maybe 2 or more in the summer. He's definitely not going to play next season, although it'd be great to have him around. So I think it's right. I think we'd love to see him stay for more, but I also think that now is definitely. I feel happier with him retiring now, having seen all that, than I did maybe before the game had kicked off. So there you go. As I say, if you want to hear Jamie Carragher's farewell speech to the Anfield crowd, go on the YouTube channel, check it out. It's nice, very nice viewing. Aside from Jamie Carragher, the match though itself, Jordan Ibe, take your pick. Very impressive debut. I've been vehement in saying that he wasn't ready for the first team. From the under-21 games I've seen him play, and he looks brilliant at under-18 level. It doesn't quite look like he's found his depth at under-21s, but no, he was fantastic. And again, this is something that we will discuss at length on this week's show, but he played fearlessly, and I fear that what we did at the start of the season with some of the young players is we told them to be a bit too regimented and told them not to do stupid things and keep it simple, whereas it looked like Jordan I've been told basically just have a go. Just go out there, throw a few step overs, have a few bursts of pace, take on your man and have a go, just play your game and see what comes of it. And I thought he did really well. I mean, perhaps, I suppose technically he gets the assist. I think he gets the assist for Coutinho's goal, so there you go. Not a bad debut. No, very impressed with him. So the future's definitely bright. You've got him, and consider that he is the step below Raheem Sterling. Sterling obviously injured. We're going to see more of him next season. Hopefully Suso impressed when he came on. Thought Lucas defensively was very good, although I started to worry about he might be a little bit limited in an attacking sense, but time's going to tell on that. Jamie Carragher, magnificent. Skirtle put in a good shift. Glenn Johnson, much better than he's been in recent weeks. Enrique, mad bastard, as always. Cause for concern, as ever, but just thoroughly entertaining to watch. Daniel Sturridge, quiet, a little bit withdrawn, didn't quite get the ball in the right positions. Coutinho's a fucking genius. Stuart Dan had a very good game, could have had a goal after a magnificent run into the box. There you go. There's a season, Sugabrini, lively. Look forward to more of him next season. Anyway, yes, thank you very much for watching the match reactions this season. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring them to you. Real step up as well into the new studio. Thank you very much for joining us along the way. We'll be here throughout the summer, bringing to you various bits. There'll be some bits on YouTube, but predominantly we'll be doing shows every week, half-hour shows for subscribers, just to keep you ticking over all the latest Liverpool news goings on. We're also going to have first access to Liverpool's away kit at the start of June as well, so do keep tuned for that. That will be on YouTube, available for everyone to see, and hopefully a competition to win some shirts as well. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you want to watch Carragher's speech, it's on the YouTube channel today. Go and watch the subscriber show as well, and keep yourself entertained with Redmen goodness all through the summer, free for a month. If you don't like it, you can just sack it off. There we go. Anyway, thanks for watching this season. You'll never walk alone and all that. Ta-da.